Okay guys, as most of you know, I just did the Froglube treatment to my Springfield XDS in a prior video. If you want to see that, you can look it up. And there it is after it's finished. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how to, or what it looks like to use the Froglube on a Glock. This is the Glock 27 40 cal. And I needed to degrease this first with the isopropyl rubbing alcohol, and I'm basically going to cut down this video when I'm done, but I'm going to show you all the steps to properly Froglube your Glock. This will work on any Glock model the same way. So I'm going to go ahead and strip it down. Okay, there we go. Got it down to basic field strip, and that's all you need to do. And then you want to take the rubbing alcohol. You're going to need some Q-tips too. I'm just going to take the rubbing alcohol here. Get some in this microfiber cloth. These are really good cloths, guys. You can order them in large packs on eBay for a pretty cheap amount. So I'm just going to go over and get all the extra crud and stuff, and the petroleum-based product and oil is what I'm trying to do here. Okay, so we're going to get all that out of there. Always remember your breech face. Clean that really well. And then what I'm going to do here is go into the slide rails with the rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip. And once I get this, the barrel and the frame rails degreased, I'll turn the video back on and we'll go to the next step of the process. Okay guys, now I've stripped all the old oil and petroleum-based products off of the Glock. You can see here, it just looks like you're looking at bare steel. It has kind of a grayish cast to it, and I've done the same with the barrel as well. And I also did the rails and the frame, and I did the recoil spring. I'm not going to put any heat on this recoil spring. I'm just going to put a drop or two of the liquid Froglube. But now we're ready to heat some stuff up. So I'm going to start here with the slide, and I'm going to use the heat gun here. Okay guys, I've got the slide good and hot now. I'm going to set this to the side and go ahead and open up the paste, and I'm going to start on the inside where the rails are. And I want to really get that good. And this stuff, once again, is just melting just like butter. And that's pretty good, because you know you're going to get it in every crevice of the gun. So we're just going to go ahead and get it on all the surfaces and pay special attention to getting it inside of the slide rails, because that's an important part. You want to have that fully Froglubed so that when you start to fire this thing, it can release and give the rails lubrication there. Okay, now I'm going to go to the outside of the slide. It's always my favorite part to do. Okay, just going to make sure I coat everything really good. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it's very easy to see what areas you have already went over, because it makes the gun or the slide very glossy. Everything's still nice and warm. Don't worry about if you get it on your sights and stuff, it'll wipe right back off. So that's not an issue. Also want to get down here on the ledge, bottom of the slide, and around in here where your recoil spring goes, and also around the muzzle there. And that's going to be good for that, guys. That slide is treated right now. It's got to sit, and it has to dry for 30 minutes to an hour. And now what I need to do is heat up this barrel. Okay, I've got the barrel nice and hot, just to the point where I can barely hold it. So I'm going to get this out now, and I'm going to coat the outside of the barrel with it. Get in between the lugs there. Whew, it's hot. I'm also going to do the feed ramp a little bit there. And what I'm going to do now is to get a patch and go down through the barrel with the liquid. Okay, now while the barrel's still hot, I'm going to go ahead and go through the inside of the barrel with the liquid Froglube. This is my first treatment, so I want to go a little heavy. Try to get that patch as tight as you can get it. Twist it around in the chamber area too, like this. I'm going to twist it as it goes down through the barrel even. Looks very clean to me. So, already had this gun pretty clean before I started this. So that's how I'm going to treat the inside of the barrel. And I'm going to let the parts dry. I'm going to put a drop of the Froglube onto the recoil spring assembly. Don't really have to, but I'm just going to put a little bit on there. Rub it around a little bit. This stuff is safe. You don't need to wear gloves. I mean, you could eat it. So don't worry about any of that. And lastly, I'm going to put a little bit here on the, what you want to do is put it on the rails of your frame. I'm not going to put any heat gun near this polymer, guys. If you want to try that, that's up to you and at your own risk. But as for me, I'm not putting any heat gun anywhere near this polymer. If you wanted to lay the frame out in the sun for a little while, that would be okay. That would be safe to heat it up. I'm going to put some on anything that's metal. I'll wipe the excess off later. Alright guys, I got to let all this sit for an hour, and I'll come back and I'll let you watch me wipe it all down and see how it feels when I put the gun back together. Okay guys, I've gave enough time now for everything to dry, all the Froglube to dry on the gun, so I'm going to go ahead and start the process here of wiping everything down and letting you see what it looks like on the Glock. You know, once this is done, really leaves a nice finish on your gun after you wipe the excess off, and I'm pretty pleased with it. As far as for what it does without having the gun to the range yet, I should say. You know, taking it to the range is the most crucial step of this. I just need to get some ammo. I'm having a hard time getting ammo, guys. So it's not easy to get out there and do a lot of shooting right now without being able to get a hold of ammo. Hopefully stores will start getting stocked back up again, and it'll be easy to find, hopefully. Yeah, I think I'm going to do pretty much, well, except for my collectible guns, I'm going to do pretty much everything with this stuff. I just want to test a couple of guns at the range and see what they feel like, you know, after they're fired, and take it from there, pretty much. But I think it's good stuff. Okay, so this gun's about ready to be put back together. So I'll go ahead and do that now for you. And yeah, that barrel does have a kind of a slick feeling to it, even though it's dry. So I think it'll do pretty good. Go ahead and get everything back together here and see what it feels like. Now this is an older Glock. This is one of the, this is when Glocks first started, or when the baby Glocks, the 26 and the 27, first started being made and shipped over to this country. This was one of the early ones. As you can see, there's no checkering on the front strap. That's how you know an early model, 26 or 27. These came out approximately 10 years after the full-size Glocks were on the market in the US. So there's what it looks like. Treated with Froglube. Slide feels very smooth. I definitely like the look on the slide. Looks very well protected, and that'll be good against, you know, if it's a carry gun and you get sweat or anything like that on it. So there it is, guys. Glock 27 treatment with the Froglube. Hope this video helps you guys if you need to know how to do this to your gun. This is H4T. I am out.